Crumley and welcome to the latest episode of Game On with Athletics Weekly and the Scotsman. We're here at Scotstoun Stadium again. This is day 8 of the Commonwealth Games 2026 in Glasgow and day 5 of the Athletics. This is the penultimate day of the Athletics now. Another eventful evening in the stadium last night. Good place to start, Jasmine, is the women's 5,000 metres. The home crowd had a lot to cheer about last night with Megan Keith getting the bronze that she so badly wanted.
They did. I mean, it was such a brave run from her, wasn't it? And it was really nice to see her actually go out and take it from the front with about 4 laps to go. We spoke to her afterwards, and even she kind of said that after that 10,000 metre disappointment that, you know, she wanted to go out there and perform in front of that Scottish crowd. She wasn't exactly in her head going for a medal. She just wanted to prove to herself what she was capable of, in her words, and I think she did just that. In front of that Scottish crowd, they were roaring her on, we were roaring her on. She was emotional crossing the line, as she should have been, because what an achievement that was. Her second senior medal at major championships after those Europeans the other year. But yeah, what a finish it was as well by those Australians.
Absolutely. So Megan Keith decided, for anyone who hasn't seen the race, she decided to go for it from about 4 laps out, tracked by Rose Davis, the 10,000 metre champion here earlier this week, and also Jessica Hull. The two Australians eventually overtook her with about 200 metres to go, and Rose Davis managed to achieve something that no other woman has done, and completed the 5,000 metres and the 10,000 metre Commonwealth double. There was another lovely element to it with Megan as well. Her family were here in force. Her 100-year-old grandfather was in the stadium as well. He's no stranger to this stadium. He's a big rugby fan, comes to see a lot of Glasgow Warriors games. Even took the match ball out onto the field earlier this year in March, I believe it was. And Megan got to catch up with him as well at the end. She
did. That was a really nice sight to see. You were there. It was actually quite close to you when she went into the stands and gave him a hug. I know after that 10,000 metres, she did the same thing. He was there watching her as well. She went and gave him a hug after that performance too. So I think it probably meant a lot more to her last night to actually go and see him at that stadium that he knows so well for the rugby, but now he will know well for watching Megan win that bronze medal. So yeah, it was nice that she could do that after she'd won that bronze. How are you feeling after that, a bronze medal?
I feel very satisfied. I wasn't racing for a medal tonight. I said a couple of times I was just racing to prove to myself what I'm capable of, because Monday I just was disappointed. I had kind of medal hopes pinned on me, but I wasn't necessarily pinning them myself. I'm satisfied when I can race to what I know I'm capable of, and I knew Monday wasn't that. So I was just coming here to stick to what I'm good at, and that is making it hard and hurting everyone. And I knew if I came away having done that, I didn't mind what place I came. So as I was looking up at the big screen every lap and the group was getting smaller, I was kind of thinking, well, I kind of have to start racing for a medal now. And then I pushed on a bit more and it was down to 3, and I held on for that last lap, and I'm really proud of myself for bouncing back and coming away with a medal.
It was such a brave run from you as well. Where did that bravery come from?
I think it's just in there. I just need to remember that I have it, because I like learning, and I was wanting to challenge myself in a different way in the 10K and not have to do the work for everyone. And I learned that actually I shouldn't get phased, and I didn't let it phase me tonight because I knew I had nothing to lose. So I just wanted to go back to what I know worked, as opposed to another race of trying and potentially failing. So not failing, that's quite dramatic, but not coming away with something which I can be proud of. So I'm just happy to remember what I can do.
And that Scottish crowd were so loud as well, roaring you on for those final few laps. How much did that mean to you, and how much did that spur you on?
It definitely got me across the finish line. The big screen was focused on the gold medal race, rightly so. So I never like to look behind me in a race. So I was just like using the crowd to get me down that home straight, because I know everyone can close fast in a 5K. So it wasn't until I got across the line I knew I had that medal. But a lot of my friends and family were in the crowd on Monday, came back. So I was just really happy that they had something to cheer happily for, rather than kind of console me about this time. So I couldn't be happier.
Speaking about family and the crowds Megan.
Yes.
Granddad's got a connection around his park.
He is. He's a bit of a phenomenon. He's 100 years old and a massive, normally Glasgow Warriors fan, but as of this week, athletics fan. So he turned 108 and he told me his 2 goals were to first of all make it to 100 years old and then make it to the Commonwealth Games. So he worked hard to get here tonight, and he's had hopefully the week of his life. And I was just so happy he's proud of me whatever I do, but I'm so happy to put out a performance I can be proud of alongside him.
We've had some pretty good nights for the Warriors at Scotstoun, but this one's got to rank a little bit higher than that.
I hope so. I mean, he said after he delivered the match ball here in March against an Italian side, and he said that was the night of his life. So I was trying my best to rival that tonight, and I'll have to go and ask him for his verdict, but let's hope it's up there.
I just want to go back to yourself. I remember a couple of years ago in Paris, that was a really tough evening, a really tough night.
Yeah.
From there to now, that must feel pretty satisfying.
Yeah, it's not been that makes it sound extremely simple. There's definitely been a long path, but I've become very good at making mistakes but learning from them. So I think as hard as it is in the aftermath, and I feel like in a mix zone like this, you always seem to get the raw and quite brittle reactions, but I don't take losses too hard. I just make sure I take something away from them, and every time I make a mistake I try and make sure to get something positive out of it. And even just, from Paris to now, but also from Monday to now, I feel like I feel the hurt, and then I try and refocus. So this was really good practice.
How much did Monday help you? Because when you spoke to you said you're trying to strike the right balance between embracing the crowd and enjoying the experience, but also not kind of overreacting to it.
Yeah, I think I take that on board, but I more came in tonight thinking that I had probably Monday helped remove the kind of I didn't get a medal at home because I proved I couldn't on Monday. So I think a combination of that and then having 3 Scots in the race tonight kind of helps. It really took the pressure off, because if you looked at Monday on paper, that was pretty disappointing, and I don't think you'd put me in the running for a 5K medal, since the 10K is normally closer to being my strength. So that definitely helped, and I think I knew if I felt horrendous and dropped out or fell off the pace again, it doesn't really matter, but so I may as well really shoot my shot.
And how much are you looking forward to getting that gold medal in the medal ceremony and again with a packed Scotstoun crowd?
It's a bronze medal, unfortunately.
Bronze medal, sorry.
No, I'm really excited. I don't actually know when it is, but hopefully there'll be some Scots in the crowd and I can really soak it up.
Thank you.
Thank you, well done.
Yeah, and we should also mention Rose Davis as well. It was an incredible feat. You would think maybe after the excitement and the efforts of the 10,000 that should maybe be struggling a little bit, but she certainly wasn't struggling as she pulled away in those last few metres last night.
No, and she had a massive smile on her face as well as she crossed that line. Her and Jess battling out in that final 100 was such a great sight to see, especially for the Australians. They were going crazy in that crowd, so to make that history there in the Commonwealth Games is just phenomenal. And Jess as well, she was quite busy yesterday.
Yes.
She was very busy yesterday. She was in the mile in the morning at those heats, and then had a few hours rest and came out and won a silver medal in the 5,000.
Yeah, and there was still a lot of hubbub going on in the stadium when there was the last final of the evening happened last night. It was the women's 100 metres hurdles final. Tobi Amusan, who's the world record holder in Nigeria, she'd run super quick in the heats, and I think a lot of eyes were on potentially a world record going again. But Divine Charlton of the Bahamas, 3-time world indoor champion, has taken her first ever outdoor title, and Tobi had to settle for bronze. Yeah,
as you said there, we know Devin well indoors, and we also know her well outdoors, but she's achieved so much indoors that it's actually nice to see her having this success here at the Commonwealth on an outdoor stadium, and to make history for the Bahamas as well. Having the first medal here at these championships is great. It was such a great race to see. I think both of them athletes actually are two that are doing really well in the hurdles, and there's still more to come this season, isn't there?
Yeah, there was also success for Team England last night. There was Zach Shaw in the 100 metres, the T12 100 metres. He did super well, upgrading to Commonwealth gold, and also Scott Lincoln in the men's shot put, another bronze for him. I know we keep using that word consistency, but he keeps hitting he's over 20 metres consistently now, and he's in the picture more and more.
He does, yeah. He seemed really happy with his performance last night, actually, adding another bronze to that collection. He's someone that is over in Australia, isn't he? And he's got that training set up over there. It seems to be working really well for him. As you said, consistency is key. As we can see, Tom Walsh got that silver medal. He didn't seem too happy with that. I think he wanted that gold, but yeah, going back to Scott, I mean, it puts him in a good stead for Europeans as well in a couple of weeks. He's I spoke to him afterwards, and that's what he's looking towards. He feels confident, he feels fit, and I think last night's performance helped that a little bit more as well. Scott, another bronze medal here at the Commonwealth Games. How do you look back on that performance today?
Yeah, happy with a lot of things. Happy with how I held myself in the competition, happy with how comfortable I was out there. Probably one of the most consistent out there as well. So yeah, happy with all of that. Just not quite the big throw today, but it'll come.
Conditions, what were they like? Wind was a little bit all over the place.
Perfect, to be honest. We couldn't ask for better conditions. The circle was perfect. The sun was shining. It was actually a little bit cold towards the end, but yeah, nothing major.
And how did you find it in general, just being in Glasgow? I mean, I know obviously it's not quite a home crowd, but it is quite a British crowd, to be fair.
It honestly feels like a home crowd. It's absolutely awesome out there. I was just saying outside to another guy, and it was like we were back in Birmingham. Like goosebumps when they shouted for you, the way that they reacted to your throws, the way that they reacted to you. Like, it was awesome. Such a privilege to be out there. I feel like I've been really looked after from Team England and the whole Commonwealth Games setup. From when I arrived on the train to right this second. So yeah, what a privilege to have the games here. What a privilege for Glasgow to host them, and yeah, it's been awesome.
And you mentioned Birmingham there as well. That obviously being 4 years ago. Entering those Commonwealth Games compared to this time round, how much have you actually changed as an athlete since then?
A hell of a lot. I've moved completely my training setup to Australia about a year and a half ago, and new coach. New training partners, everything. I live over there for 7 months of the year. So huge changes. I'm a completely different athlete to then. I feel like I've pretty much got the full package, just not the big throws yet. So they'll come.
I guess have you changed mentally a little bit as well with your mental mindset?
Yeah, I think credit to my coach. He gets me mentally prepared, and that's why I'm comfortable when I come to these championships. But yeah, I think the whole package, as I say, like, the mental side, the physical side, everything. I'm just in a lot better shape.
How long have you been back from Australia for?
I got back in around May time, just after my birthday. So just been sort of in and around Europe. Did something like 6 countries in 5 weeks. Pretty busy on the road, but yeah, we had good prep leading into this. So yeah, it was perfect.
You might have actually been one of the only English athletes that would have quite have liked the Commonwealth Games to have stayed in Australia rather than come over here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I was actually thinking about it the other day, and I was thinking, geez, it would have been difficult to fly back to Australia and then come back for the Europeans and be, ready to go. But my house and stuff's over there, and yeah, got everything set up over there, so it would have been pretty easy. Not far from where I live.
And how are you feeling now ahead of the Europeans?
Yeah, confident. As I say, a lot of positives come from today. I'll go and chat to the coach and jot all of them down and where we can improve and just become better for the Europeans.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned Jessica Hull being a busy athlete. Another very busy athlete who we've already seen in action today is Scotland's Melanie Woods. They had to restage the women's T54 1500 metre final after a controversial crash the other night that took out 4 of the athletes. It was controversial in itself that it was being rerun. Melanie won the initial race. She's done it again here this morning. She
has. I think everyone in that crowd was a bit on the edge of their seats at the beginning of that race, because we all didn't know what was going to happen. Obviously everyone here in Scotland wanted Melanie to come out on top and to win that gold again, because it would have been heartbreak for her to have done it the other night and then not be able to today. But yeah, she's won that now. They all stayed up, which was great, and I believe a lot of them, including Melanie, are going ahead very shortly in the 400 as well. So with that schedule and with that turnaround, it means that there's not much rest for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We should spare a thought as well for England's Ellis Cottas, who was initially upgraded to silver in that first race, and she finished out of the medals this morning. I'm sure we're going to hear more about that later on. If we cast forward to tonight, we've got 10 finals.
Yes.
This evening.
Busy.
So let's go through a few of what look like being the potential highlights. Top of my list here is the women's 800 metres final. Georgia Hunter-Bell, world silver medalist. Lillian Odira, world champion. It's shaping up very nicely.
It's shaping up really, really nicely. Georgia's someone, she's done really well in the heats and in the semis. She was here in Glasgow, wasn't she, for the World Indoors, where she finished 4th, but she said the other day in the mix zone, that she didn't see it as redemption coming back to Glasgow, because that performance at the World Indoors was kind of her breakthrough moment, and that's what made her realise that she needed to go full time in this sport and what she was capable of. So I think she is coming here back to Glasgow. She wants more success. She wants obviously on top of that podium. But Odira looks really strong as well. So it'll be interesting to see them go head to head. We of course seen them go head to head at the World Championships last year, where Odira was of course the champion there, Georgia second, Keely third. So yeah, Georgia will be hoping to turn that around this time, I think. Yeah,
there'll be plenty of support for her in that stadium tonight as well. Another athlete looking super strong was in the women's 200 metres. The final of that's this evening. Adeja Hodge, she looked incredibly quick in the semi-finals. She was able to even slow down and still break records.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, her slowing down over the line and then breaking the record, I think, was crazy to see. She looks really, really strong. I think it'll be quite exciting to see what time she can actually produce tonight. There's Tori Lewis as well from Australia, who of course already has success here at these championships, bronze in that 100, so she'll be hoping to add another medal to her collection.
Yeah, and success leads me on very nicely to Success Edouin
Yes.
of Team England. She's running tonight as well, a chance of a medal for her in there.
Yeah, Success is great to see. She's still really young. She's had some great performances recently, but now we're actually getting that opportunity to see her on this senior championship international stage. I think she's obviously really enjoying these championships. It's of course her first Commonwealth, so for her to make the final, she'll be really happy with, but of course she'll be wanting to top that off with more success.
Another Team England athlete we're going to be looking out for tonight, another young athlete who's coming through, is Emily Newnham. She's in the women's 400 metre hurdles, and she's having a year of progress again this year. She
is. She looks really, really strong. She is someone that this year has been perhaps her year, although last year was really good as well, but she's produced some phenomenal times in those 400 hurdles. They keep going down and down, again quite consistent with it as well. She won the London Diamond League national race as well in just a 400 flat against 400 flat girls, so her speed in that as well is great. She looks really strong the other day in the semi-finals. So yeah, we've got Lena Nielsen as well in there for England too. So the pair of them, British champion and then silver medalist as well, will be hoping for a great race. Yeah, and also when it comes to the field events, we've got the men's javelin, and normally Pakistan against India is reserved for the cricket rivalry, but there's two athletes in Neeraj Chopra and Arshad Nadeem who like battling it out. They do. They like battling it out, and I think it's what we want to see, don't we? We want to see a good battle tonight. We want to see some far distances, and I think they're going to give us that. Conditions look okay as well here in Scotland, so yeah, fingers crossed. They were battling the wind a bit in the in the qualifications, but still throwing it extremely far. So we've got Ben East from Team England to look out for there, and also Anderson Peters, and don't forget we've got the men's 200 metre final tonight as well. Lachy Kennedy from Australia will be looking to add to his 100 metre medal from earlier in the games as well. So we've got lots to tell you about, and we'll see you next time.